Get that shit out of here. Yes. Hey. Welcome back to It's About Hockey. I'm Mason, and today we're talking about Game 2 of the Eastern Conference Finals. We didn't talk about Game 1. I know I've been slacking. I apologize, but I have been watching, and we're here to talk about this game. Finally, we're here to talk about the Eastern Conference Finals. I'm actually going to pick this up because I actually like the towel, so hang on. But yes, we're back. Rangers fans, how the hell are you doing right now? I know you got to be feeling good, whether it be Saturday morning or late Friday night, or actually Saturday morning, wherever you guys are at. So it's Saturday regardless. It is almost Saturday for me. But yes, this game was everything I wanted in a playoff game. And hopefully what you guys wanted in a playoff game too. We're going to talk about this game. But before we do, if you're new to my channel, please consider hitting that like button. Please consider hitting that subscribe button. I really appreciate it. We're talking about these Stanley Cup playoffs, and we're going to talk about the Stanley Cup. I got a lot of hockey content planned for the summer to keep us all entertained when we lose the game we absolutely love for a couple months. But I digress. We're going to talk about this game, man. I'm too excited. I don't want to ramble on anymore, so let's talk about the damn thing. All right. Now, this is not Game 2 right here. This is Game 1. I want to set this up a little bit because tonight's performance was a response from Game 1. If you watched Game 1, you will know how incredibly flat the New York Rangers were. Crazy to think about considering how well they've been playing. They almost swept the Carolina Hurricanes. You know, it was close, but, you know, Carolina wasn't going to go down in a fight. So, you know, this round, I think they took the foot off the gas a little bit, playing at home. Wrong team to do it against. So in Game 1, it was very, very, very flat. I think you guys will all agree with me when I say that the New York Rangers in Game 1 were not the New York Rangers we are used to seeing in these playoffs. I do have a problem with this hit at the end of the game. Shout out to Eck for this clip. I couldn't find it anywhere else. But I was super annoyed. I'm not even like a hardcore New York Rangers fan, right? I just like to watch the Rangers, and I enjoy hockey like we all do, right? This really annoyed me for the New York Rangers. This is the hit from Mikko Nikula on Hedl at the end of the game with like 5 seconds left. I'm going to play it, and I'm going to let it play. Dude gets plastered on the boards. And no response from anybody on the New York Rangers. Like, what the hell was that, right? So I got to assume New York Rangers saw how they played in Game 1 and had a response for tonight. And tonight's response was exactly what they needed. Okay. Rangers top Panthers in OT in Game 2, even Eastern Finals. Thank God. I don't want to see anything close to a sweep in any of these series. I need this one to have its legs the whole way through. Give me 7 of this. If we can get 7 of this game that we got tonight, give it to me. Give it to me all week long. All right. So let's talk about this game, right? Let's talk about the facts. First of all, like I said, series even 1-1. We're going to go down to shots. The Rangers had the shots tonight, 30-27, face-offs, 52 to 48 almost. Power play. Man, the Panthers power play or penalty kill is killing it these playoffs. I think they're like the best in the league right now at the moment, I think, if I remember correctly. I think the last time they allowed a power play goal was in the last series against Boston, and that was like, I don't even know what game that was, but I think it was like I want to say Game 5. It's been a minute. All right. So, going down to hits, this was a very physical game. This is exactly what I want in a playoff series. I think we all want this. I mean, there was big hits thrown everywhere. I think the big hits had to be in response to that hit at the end of the last game on Hedl. And if you're going to play the Florida Panthers, I feel like the Rangers have to play up a little bit in physicality. The Rangers, to me, have been a finesse team, if you will. They haven't been overall super physical in my eyes. But when you're playing a team, Paul Maurice's team, in these playoffs, They know how to get to the cup, and they're doing the exact same thing they did last year, and it's by being physical. If you want to play and go toe-to-toe with these guys, you got to throw the body around, and which is why Matt Rempe started tonight. I'm not saying he's an overall, he's going to check everyone, or not check, but like mentally check everyone and keep them in check. But he brings a lot of energy to that building. He brings a lot of energy to that team. He can throw the body around. He did it a couple times tonight. He also took a big hit tonight. So I think tonight's physicality was definitely in response to game one, and it worked in their favor. Now, block shots, we know about block shots. Not going to talk about them. Done it a million times. Takeaways, giveaways, don't care about them all that much right now. We want to talk about the goals and what happened. So let's talk a little bit about goal number one. This was absolutely amazing. This is a perfect early response to game one. Okay, I talked a little bit about Matt Rempe. Okay, he's not in this play. But I will give credit to the New York Rangers fans. I heard this the other day on a podcast on the Jeff Merrick Show. New York Ranger fans who are real Ranger fans who are in the building, especially fans who are at Madison Square Garden, they don't feed off of fake energy. They're not really getting hyped up when the scoreboard is saying, get loud and all that stuff. They are real hockey fans. Not saying there's not real hockey fans out there, but they know when there's energy in the building, when there's energy in a play, they get loud off of that. I think the Rangers fully understand their crowd. Rempe being in the building, that causes a little bit of energy. A response from last game, it needed to be quick. It needed to be physical. It needed to shut down anything the Panthers had going early on. And this goal is exactly what happened. Panarin right here gets the, well, Panarin dumps it in. He's right there. But you got Trocheck right here. He's going to dump it back and try to get to Lafreniere, but it gets missed. Obviously, the pass is too far in front of him and behind him. But laugh. Throwing the body on Verhaeghe right here. I've talked about finishing your checks in these playoffs. This is why you finish your checks. Every single time you have an opportunity to take a body away from the puck or separate the body from the puck, you do that, especially when you're playing the Florida Panthers. Let's watch what happens, shall we? Boom. Takes him out of the play completely. He's still there. Like, he could probably do something, but honestly, he's not doing much here. And then you got Adam Fox to Trocheck on the back door, wide open. I mean, Bobrovsky has made saves like this. We've seen that in round one, but this thing was a tap-in beauty. And Laugh pays the price in front of the net from Verhaeghe right here. Gets a little kiss on the chin, saying a big F you. And this is when all hell broke loose. This was absolutely an amazing response from game one. I'm going to let it play a little bit, see how much of this we can get going on here. Oh, they're not going to show too much of it. But this was perfect. This was a perfect response. And New York Rangers fans, I hope you're stoked about your team. If your team can play with this intensity going forward, yes, we got a series going. All right. And then that was what, 5-6 minutes into the first period, or 4 minutes into the first period. And then we get this hit right here. Kulikov hit on Weinberg. It looked dirty to me. Looking at that play, I'm going to have to agree with the majority of the people saying that. I think that should have been a 5 and the game. He hit the head first. Not that I don't think that was the main target, but it's hard to decipher if it was the main target or not, because yes, he was looking at his pass a little bit. It was, I mean, I don't know how many Mississippis I counted when I first saw it. I think it was like 1 too close to 2. So a little bit pushing it there. But the contact was a majority of the head, and then the body followed because he was going through the player. So again, head. I thought it was a penalty. I thought it should have been a 5 in a game, but we don't get that. We get a 2-minute interference call, and there we have it. Right. Let me know what you guys thought about this. Do you think this was a 5? Do you think it was a 2? Let me know. I'm always curious to know what you guys think on this one. Going to Carter Verhaeghe's goal, the response he had. This is on the power play they had here. Nothing too sexy about this one other than Shesterkin was just completely screened on this play. We got Verhaeghe at the point here. Watch the transition to the net. Everyone comes, collapses on the net. Shesterkin has somewhat of a view here, but we'll go frame by frame if we can. Puck is still on his stick right here. Shesterkin completely looking at ass right here. That's really what he's doing. He's got nothing to look at. Puck is released. Where did it go? There it is. It's off his stick. And it's in the back of the net already right here. So he had really no idea where the hell this thing was. And you can't blame him for this one. I think if you're a real hockey fan and you've watched this play in real time, you know that's not on him. It was a really good screen. So tied up 1-1. And after that, it was an intense game. It was a back and forth game. There was a point in time where the Rangers weren't getting any shots on net. And then the wave changed. And then it just kept momentum swings, kept coming and going. And it was just playoff hockey. That is what we all want to see. We want to see chances, opportunities, fast breaks, short-handed breaks, whatever. It was everything we wanted in a playoff game. And then we get to overtime. Overtime, cream of the crop in the playoffs, baby. This is the best time. It's the best time if you don't have a dog in the fight, if so to speak. I'm rooting for the Rangers, but I'm also these are two good teams. I'm just happy to see a good game. I know how stressful it can be when your team is in it. So Rangers fans and Panthers fans, I feel your pain and agony, but hopefully you enjoyed it. Panthers fans, maybe not so much, but and then we get the overtime god, Barclay Goodrow, doing his thing. Ex-Shark Barclay Goodrow. He had a pretty big goal in a Game 7. You might have seen it. I think it was in 2019 it was. You might want to go and watch that one. Barclay Goodrow has a place in my heart specifically for that play. But this one right here, this one's a beauty. I'm gonna let this thing play as much as I can. Let's turn that volume down. Trouba flipping the puck out of the zone here. Let's go back just a quick second here. Now, this forecheck by the Florida Panthers, it's not a bad one. I think there was really nothing anybody could have done on this one other than maybe skate a little faster to Trouba, put a bit more pressure on him right when he gets the puck. You see that right there. I think maybe he should have been on him a little bit quicker. That's okay. Nothing too crazy. With the flip up to Barclay Goodrow, he high sticks it to himself, and then we'll let it play from here, okay? Straight to Goodrow. Right on the top of Broadway. Not all alone, but what does he do? Top corns on Bobrovsky. Game, set, match, series tied, 1-1. Let's go to Sunrise. That right there was beautiful. Barclay Goodrow, do your thing, bro. I was talking in the game today. I was talking to my wife on the couch saying, when he got his penalty, I was like, man, Barclay Goodrow, you're nothing but a fourth line player. He got 2 cups. Cool. Congratulations. But he hasn't done anything special. And then he does this. Totally redeems himself. All right. Barclay Goodrow, you're still a homie, man. But, play hasn't been all that great. This was a good one tonight for sure. 100%. So, yeah, man, like I said, we're tied now. We're going to Sunrise. They play on Sunday, I believe. This should be a good one. I fully expect that building to be rocking for Game 3. So yeah, guys, let me know what you thought about this game. I absolutely loved it. There was so many hits in this game. It was a good back and forth for a while. Again, when the New York Rangers weren't getting any shots on net, I mean, there was a time where I was like, okay, maybe that energy might have been sucked out of that building. Rempe might be sitting on the bench more than I think what he would like to be. They lost Jimmy Vesey during this game too. So if Vesey's out and Rempe's out, they're down to what, 10 forwards at that point in time. So it's like it could have been really bad, but I think the Rangers weathered that storm. I think the response they had from game one in this game was absolutely perfect. They needed this. They need to continue doing this. Laviolette and Paul Maurice, they both have really good track records when it comes to the playoffs. Obviously, Laviolette has the only cup in these playoffs remaining as far as the head coach goes. So I fully expect both these coaches to have their teams ready to go again. And these players, now that it's an even ice surface, not playing field, but now that's 1-1. It's anyone's game. It's anyone's fight. New York knows how they play, how they have to play. Florida, I think Florida just has to keep doing what they're doing. Maybe getting in Shesterkin's face a little bit more, like they've been doing all these playoffs with all these goalies. They got to embrace that rat mentality. They do a very good job of that in their own building. So I fully expect them to have a little bit more of that. But give me more of the dirty stuff. Give me more of the scrums. Give me more of all this. Let's keep the penalties to a minimum, because obviously it doesn't help when you're on the power play against the Florida Panthers. Who knows? That might change next game. But I absolutely love this. I can't say enough about this game. I know I didn't talk about game one. I will definitely be talking about game 3, because I fully expect this thing to be an absolute show. All right, so let me know what you guys thought about the game in the comments. New York Rangers fans, let's do it one more time as we sign this thing off. Oh, we got a series, boys. We got a series. I will catch you guys after game 3. Peace out.